knew a farmer who had to have the dog's teeth taken out because the dog kept chasing cars and biting the tyres. So they had to take the dog's teeth out.
Hello, guys. We're back for some more D&D tonight.
That's just God's honest truth.
Alright, so tonight, even though we're using Fantasy Grounds, I was trying to multitask to get all the maps with the creatures and stuff in. Didn't quite make it, so we're going to probably do a lot of it Theater of the Mind. So bear with me on that. Okay, just a little introduction. We're going to be playing Vault of the Welling Prince tonight. Something foul is brewing in these ancient halls, far worse than a hungry beast or band of brigands. There's a rot festering in the darkness of this damned place, one that could consume us all. Few visit the headquarters of the local militia without wearing irons, and fewer still visit on invitation of Captain Greypike, the stern leader of the guards. You find yourself comfortably seated in the captain's office, along with a number of other strangers. If you want, I'll just let everyone know what we're playing here, since Truman can't talk. Okay, so we've got Doug. He is playing a half-elf warlock tonight. Did you want to describe your character any, Doug?
Let's see. Yes, I tend to be a little bit snappy. I use a lot of insults and stuff like that. So, I come from a wealthy family, and I'm kind of snobbish.
Great, a snob. Alright, next we have Wayne. Wayne is playing a Wood Elf Ranger tonight. Did you have anything you want to say about your character, Wayne?
Yep. So sorry. Yes, he's an Elven Ranger. Scruffy, unkept, not very clean. But he's got piercing cobalt blue eyes.
Nice. And then last but not least, we have Truman, who is playing Ghost, a human rogue tonight. And unfortunately, Truman doesn't have a mic tonight since his dog decided to use his headset as a chew toy. So he won't be able to talk with us, so he'd have to type anything. He's got a silent type, a mute person. Alright, so anyhow, you're sitting in a plush office of the local headquarters for the local militia. You're sitting in front of a desk. Behind the desk, you see a large, kind of salt and pepper haired individual. He's built pretty good. He's wearing some studded leathers. He's got his feet propped up on the desk. His name is Captain Greypike. He's also a middle-aged man, dressed in perfectly clean and kept up uniform of the militia. He looks you over, lets out a brief sigh, and takes a seat behind a large oak desk. Well, my time is short, and I have a number of rosters to check today, so you will excuse me if I am brief. The men tell me that you lot are friends with Private Redhammer. I called you here today to inform you that the private did not report back from duty 3 days ago. Normally, I would call this desertion, draw up charges, but the men assure me that the private is not the sort to abandon his post. Unfortunately, with the upcoming festival, I can't spare anyone to go looking for him. The last time he was seen, he was part of a patrol out near the ruined siege castle, where there have been few disappearances lately. If it's not desertion, some damn monster is probably picking him out of his teeth by now. But if you feel like going out and trying to find him, the militia would be grateful. So what do you think?
That was good to me, whatever gets me out of this city.
Excellent, excellent. Alright.
I'll just go with team. I'm going out and risk my life for somebody is something that I don't like to do.
Okay.
Unless there's a profit.
Maybe there is a profit. Maybe there's something to be found in those ruins of Amalah's keep.
Well, then I'll tag along.
Excellent. Alright, you guys know that this keep is just over about 10 miles from town. But it's only going to take you a couple hours to reach there. So anyhow, a couple hours goes by after you leave the headquarters and head off towards those ruins. When you arrive at the ruins, obviously you find a keep. It's been very, very badly damaged from all the years of the wars and whatnot. You don't find anyone about. Anyone want to give me, or Wayne, go ahead and give me a survival check, please.
And it starts.
Actually, that's good enough, anyways, even with the low score. Anyhow, you start immediately looking about the area for tracks and signs of Private Redhammer, and you find several different tracks about, mostly humanoid. You do find one set of booted footprints that you're pretty sure come from a member of the militia. And they lead down into the thick of the ruins, where you find some stairs that lead down into the dark coldness below.
Looks like you possibly went this way.
You think?
Let's guess.
Well, let me check. I think I don't want there to be any traps or anything going down those stairs.
Okay. So what are you doing? You looking about to see if there's any traps?
Yep.
Okay, give me a perception check.
That's, you only have to tell me you're under skills, right?
Yeah, it's under the skills tab. And just so y'all know, whenever you roll skills and there's that dice tower over in the lower right hand corner, just drag the skill and drop it in there.
Alright.
Give a little bit more flavor so you don't know what you're rolling. Did you find it, Doug? There you go. Great. Alright. So you look at the stairs that are leading down. They look pretty well kept up. There's just a slight dusting on the stairs, and you do not perceive any traps or anything out of the ordinary. It does look pretty dark down there, though.
That's like Ghost said, there's a lot of shadows to hide in. I'm damn sure going to let the elf go first.
I'll lead the way if you're too scared.
Alright, so you're gonna head down into the darkness below?
Yep.
Okay. The spiral staircase comes to an end atop a large landing, before a grand staircase that leads down into a vast underground chamber, supported on either side by statues covered in cobwebs and dust. Each is carved to look like the same tortured soul, struggling to support the vast ceiling. In the center of the room is a pool of clear water, fed by a channel that enters through a passageway on the far side of the room. A shimmering light comes from the pool, casting wavering blue shadows all around the chamber. And once again, it is a lot dark. There is some light coming, but it's pretty dark. Ghost definitely is completely blind down here.
Well, I'll wait and see what the elf does, but I'm going to throw up my ward right now.
You're gonna throw up your what?
My ward.
Your blade ward? Okay.
Yep.
Alright, so you trace your hand through a sigil in the air, and a shimmering blue force surrounds you. Alright, and while you're doing that, all of a sudden there's more light cast out in the room as Ghost lights up his hooded lantern. There is now light. What would you like to do?
All right, elf. What are we going to do here? Come on.
Well, I'm going to walk down these stairs.
Alright, you're already down at, you've already come down the spiral stairs, and you're now
Yeah, I
atop a
thought you
large
said we're at a
landing.
landing and there was a set of stairs going down.
You've already gone down the stairs. Oh, well, there's a couple of stairs going down into the rest of the chamber, yeah. So you're gonna go down those?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll tag along at a safe distance.
Alright, I do have a map. Just won't be able to do too much interaction with it. Okay. You can move about in the chamber, so that's where you're at. In order to move your character, you just drag the little icon, you'll see a line, and once I approve it, I'll accept the move. Alright, so the elf moves down into the room. Ghost goes over to the other side.
What are these statues of?
Those statues all look like the same poor, tortured soul that is struggling to support the vast ceiling.
I'll stay at the top stairs here for a minute.
Okay. And Ghost, you see Ghost. He notches an arrow to his short bow.
See, yeah, what's causing the blue glow?
Okay, so you're going to investigate the pool. Alright. What are you doing while he's doing that, Ghost and Piotr, Elisov?
Inquisitive little elf.
You're doing what?
So he's an inquisitive little elf, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Alright, so you're waiting in the shadows, okay. Alright, Gathalion. So you're checking out the water. You look in, and all along the bottom of the pool is littered with bones. Clearly visible, you do see what appears to be like an ever-burning torch that's in the pool, and it looks like that's what's giving off the light.
Can I use my nature to determine what sort of bones they are?
Sure.
Elf bone.
Alright. Looking at the bones, they look like they're all humanoid in size. Probably humans, and maybe some humans like dwarves, elves. Alright, so he's so Gilthalion is looking into the pool at that. Ghost, he's in the shadows with his arrow drawn, waiting for trouble to happen. And Piotr, what are you doing?
Yeah, I am going to move on down here into the shadows myself.
Okay.
But I'll keep an eye on the... Uh-oh.
Alright, so you head over there into the shadows. Are you going to try and hide in them? Or are you just stepping into them?
I'm just stepping.
Okay. And Ghost says he's aiming at a skull. He's heard some far-out tavern stories.
Bet he has.
Okay. And Ghost and Piotr, as you notice, Gathalion is investigating the pool. You see some shadowy figures emerging from the creases behind these statues. They appear to be humanoids with no flesh on their bones. Okay, at this point we'll go ahead and go into initiative. So I'll need everyone to roll initiative, which is located on the main character sheet in the center next to AC. Just double click the box there that says in it. Alright, excellent. Okay, Ghost, you are up first. Basically there are 6 of these creatures. It looks like one has emerged from back behind each of these statues. So there are 3 over in your vicinity, and there are 3 on the other side with the other 2 adventurers. So you're plunging an arrow that you're holding into this thing and running. And you get a 1. The arrow bounces off the floor and skitters across the room as you run across and jump into the pool of water.
Oh no, Mr. Bill.
Excellent. Alright. You start feeling ghost. You start feeling a burning sensation as you jump into the pool, which is about 20 feet deep. You are now treading water there, and it's burning you.
Acid.
And you take 4 points of damage. Okay, next up, Piotr Eslov.
Yeah.
It is your turn.
Well, I'm going to slide into the shadows.
Okay.
Thought you were already in the shadows.
I was just inside this way with my stealth. I can melt into them.
So you're gonna just hide out in the shadows?
Right now, yes.
Okay, give me a stealth check, please.
That's under skills, right?
Yes. Alright, as you tuck further into the shadows. Alright, that'll bring us to Gilthalion then.
Right, so I'll say, Ghost, it's no time for a swim. Abominations to nature. Step up and strike at the skeleton, I assume. Closest to me.
So you're moving over there and attacking that skeleton?
Yeah, well, I'm moving over there, waving my sword at it.
Alright. You swing your longsword, and the skeleton unerringly dodges back to the back, scoots back, and your sword misses. It, in return, is going to jab at you with his short sword. Which is going to hit as he stabs into your right leg for 8 points of damage.
I can't get no luck in this game.
Ooh boy.
Ow, 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 ow.
Alright, another skeleton marches over to attack Gilthalion. And that one's going to miss. Another one unerringly looks and pierces through the shadows as he sees Piotr over there trying to hide in the shadows, as these undead creatures have a sense of the living, or yes, the sense of the living. And he's going to attack as he stabs out with his short sword and hits. You take 7 points of damage as his short sword pierces into your chest.
So we made it to my blade, huh, Ward?
Oh, that's right. You have Blade Ward, which gives you resist, so you only take half of that.
So we round up or down? You got 7.
I round down, so I only
Alright,
put 3.
Okay.
Okay, and on the other side, the 3 of them will move in to attack the flailing ghost in the water.
With acid. Oh.
Yes. And the first one's going to hit as he does 6 points of damage to Ghost. Let's see, the next one misses. And the last one misses as well. Yes, you see Ghost goes limp as he's starting to float in the water. It is now Ghost's turn. Has he made his death save? He's still floating. Alright, that brings us to Piotr Elsoff.
Alright. I'm a little bit scared here, so we're going to do some damage here.
Awesome.
And I'm going to cast my blast.
Alright, so if you go into the actions tab of your character sheet, there will be a little button with like a sword icon.
Yep.
I believe that's what you click to attack with. Okay, that's going to hit. And I'm trying to add some damage in there so you can roll that. While I can't, I think it's a D10. So go ahead and just roll a D10 for me in the chat window. Just drag it onto the chat window, and I believe you get a plus your charisma modifier.
Okay, the D10 is the one that's right next to the D6, right?
No, it's going to be the next one over to the left. There you go. So 8, and then what is your charisma modifier? It's on your main page. Last stat.
A +3.
Okay, so you did 11 points of damage. Alright, so you release some crackling energy into that skeleton, which surrounds it with blue crackling energy, and it just explodes. Bone shards scatter all about the room. Let's see here.
Come on, I've done my part. Come on, Elf.
Okay, Githalion, it is your turn. You swing with your sword and you hit, dealing 4 points of damage. Yes, your longsword bites into its bones, but it does not take it down. It is the undead creature's turns now. That skeleton returns with a swing with its short sword as it bites into your left arm for 4 points of damage, or 6 points of damage. Alright, the other one is going to attack you as well, aiming at your legs. Oh, damn, crit.
A crit.
Gonna be a short adventure?
Yeah.
That's what it's looking like. Alright, Githalion drops to the ground. Alright, the other 3 skeletons start shuffling over to join the rest of them. Alright, Ghost makes another death save, which makes it. Alright, that brings us to Pietor itself.
Well, it's time to start backing out of this a little bit.
Alright, you move over there. You still have an action to cast a spell or fire off a ranged weapon if you so desire.
Alright, I'll try another blast.
Okay. As you release another crackling blue energy that streaks out and hits a skeleton, go ahead and roll your damage, which is a d10 plus your charisma modifier. So for 6 damage.
+2.
Alright, that blasts the one that was already damaged by Githalion. 2 down. Alright, that brings us to Githalion, who continues to bleed out as he's dying horribly. Alright, the skeletons, they march on, sensing the living still within their presence. They must quench it. And this one swings out with its short sword, stabs into your right leg for 3, and you have your blade ward, which drops it to 1 point of damage. Okay, the other ones, trying to catch up here. Alright, it's Ghost's turn. He makes all 3 of his death saves, and I'm going to say at this point you wake up gurgling some water as you're in that pool as it's burning, but you're barely alive, although most of your skin is been eaten. You're bleeding pretty badly. What are you going to do? Alright, you can crawl out. There's a pretty sizable lip there as you manage to pull yourself out of the pool of acid. Are you going to do anything else? Alright, and then you take your water skin and proceed to douse yourself with water, trying to get the acid off. Alright. And that brings us to Pietor Eltsov's turn. As the skeleton.
I'm going to cast Hellish Rebuke.
Okay. Okay, just so you know, on that spell, how that works is it's a reaction. Basically, each time it's your turn, you get a chance to move up to your speed. You get to use an attack, which is an action or a spell. You're allowed a bonus action and a reaction. That spell is used as a reaction. How it works basically is if you're being damaged by a creature that's within 60 feet of you that you can see, and it doesn't have to be on your turn to use that. So like on their turns, if they hit you with a weapon or a spell or something, you can use this to in turn do damage back to them. That's how that one works.
Okay, what is then I need to look in the library, see what arms of Hadar are, right?
Arms of Hadar is an action which you could evoke now. It invokes the power of Hadar, the Dark Hunger, where it creates tendrils of dark energy that erupt from you and batter all creatures within 10 feet of you. Each creature in that area must make a strength savings throw or take damage.
Alright. I'll use that one then.
Alright, so you invoke the power, and these tendrils of dark black energy erupt out of the floor. Alright, so, and it's a 10-foot radius. So that's going to affect... looks like 2 of the skeletons. So they need to make strength savings throws. Oops. Alright, looks like they both failed. So they're going to take 2d6 necrotic damage. So go ahead and right click on your d6, choose 2, and roll that in the chat window to do your damage for it. Alright, so each one of them takes 6 points of damage. Okay. It is now Gethalion's turn, and he makes his first death save. Alright, that brings us to the skeleton.
I made something? Gee.
Alright, the 2 skeletons there. Actually, the one right up on you is going to attack. It looks like that's going to hit. Yep.
Damn good skeletons, man.
Yeah, as you take another point of damage as it stabs into your right leg this time. Oops. Okay, the other one comes up near you and attacks. It missed. The other 2, sensing the living from the other side of the room, start hitting back towards Ghost. Oh, did you want to use a reaction?
Yes.
Okay. So, versus that one that hit you. Okay, Hellish Rebuke. See, they take... oh, it needs to make a dex save. And it failed. So go ahead and roll 2d10. So, right click on the d10, roll it in the chat, and that's how much fire damage it's going to take. It takes 5 points of damage. It is engulfed in flames, and ashes emerge as it's left to nothing but ashes. Yes. Alright, that brings us to Ghost. Alright. So you're going to throw your dagger and run. Oh, and your dagger flings harmlessly into the pool of acid. Man, poor Ghost.
What fools did I allow? Did I attach myself to?
Alright, that brings us to Pietro Elsaf.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and that dude right in front of me. Well, hang on here. I'm going to move in between the. Can I move in between the skeleton and the elf?
You can move there.
Yeah, that's where I want to go.
Okay. Yep,
I
that's
still
fine.
get an action though, right?
That's your, consider it your move. You still have an action.
I want to blast the skeleton.
Alright. Blast them. Alright. You let loose with your Eldritch Blast, which is a miss, as it harmlessly blasts the stone floor. Chunks of stone go flying about the room. Alright, Gathalion. That is his second failure. One more, and he dies permanently.
Well, I'm trying to help him.
Alright, the skeleton. The one next to you there, he is going to attack you. And he missed. The other two are chasing Ghost around the pool. And that brings us to Ghost.
You run on me, thief, and I'll kill you.
It appears like he is running. So you see him run up the stairs towards the spiral staircase. As he waves to you and heads up the stairs. That brings us to Pietro.
Well, no, I'm not that. I'm not good. Why should I help the elf? No, let me kill the skeleton.
All right.
It's 2d6, right?
No, you need to roll an attack. So, make your attack roll. That will hit. So, the damage on that is a d10 plus your charisma modifier. Alright, you blast it, and chunks of bone go flying about as you drop yet another skeleton. Alright. Ithalian. You finally hear him give off one last breath as he dies. Poor Githalion. Alright, the other two skeletons, they continue the chase after Ghost. And that brings us to Ghost. Poor Githalion. Well, I guess, Mr. Githalion, if you want to roll up another character, or I don't know what you guys want to do on that. If you go up the steps, you'll be leaving the ruins. But yeah, you can head up the stairs. Ta-ta-ta! As Ghost continues up the stairs, leaving poor Pieter Eltsov alone with the dead body of Githalion.
I'll resurrect the dead body.
Unfortunately, you do not command that spell, but you could gamble with your pact that you have to unleash the chaos energy into Githalion, and perhaps it'll resurrect him, or it could cause other unknown dangers to appear. You can take that risk, though.
Well, I'm not a risk taker, though.
Oh, okay.
I'll blast that skeleton up there.
Okay. And that's going to hit. So that's a D10.
Well, we know all the good rolls were tonight.
Yeah. As you blast into it, garnering its attention, as it now turns its head completely around and looks directly at you. Alright. And
I didn't do no damage.
yeah, you did 5 damage to it.
Okay.
Alright, and that skeleton starts lumbering towards you. And he is actually on you as he swings his short sword at you. That is going to hit.
Oh.
So you'll take another point of damage. The other skeleton proceeds to follow Ghost up the stairs. Alright, that's Ghost. You are now at the top of the stairs. You see sunlight up ahead. And you also hear the sound of bones heading up the stairs.
That's what you get for running from me, thief.
You mean he's about to trap steps so you can't get out?
Alright. So, Ghost, you continue up the stairs, and now you are out in the ruins. There's a bunch of different stones all about. Alright. So you're going to drop bearings when they're within about 10 feet. Okay. Alright, that brings us to Pietor Eltsov.
Arms of Hadar.
Unfortunately, you're out of spell slots. You can try and cast it again, but that may cause the Chaos Rift to open.
Okay, so I can use my blast.
Yeah, you can use that. to unleash your blast of energy at the skeleton as it unerringly darts to the left. Your blast hits the stonework, and stone and pebbles fly about the room. Alright, it swings its sword at you again, which hits. You take a damn. You take only 1 point of damage again. Alright, the other skeleton continues up the stairs towards Ghost within 10 feet, and Ghost all of a sudden unleashes his ball bearings. You hear the sound of many ball bearings hitting the stone. The skeleton slips and falls on those ball bearings and falls down to the bottom of the stairs, taking damage along with it. Alright, Ghost, it is your turn.
Hey, Keith.
Yes, Doug?
When did you say I could use Hellish Rebuke?
Hellish Rebuke and your Arms of Hadar are both first level spells. And
Okay.
you actually only have 1 spell slot per day for those, so you've already cast them, so you don't have any more of those. But I have an optional rule in place. You can cast them, but you will be exceeding your safe limits and may open up a Chaos Rift with unwanted consequences or benefits.
No.
Okay, and with that, Ghost
Not a chance.
heads down the stairs. Okay, I need for you to make an acrobatics check for me, Ghost. Seeing as there's all these ball bearings all over the stairs. And you unerringly slide down the stairs. Okay, you can go ahead and take an arrow shot if you want.
Slide down the stairs right into the damn Ghost.
As an arrow whizzes down into the chamber down below and bounces and skitters across the floor. Alright, Piotr Eltsov, your turn.
I'm going to use my blast again.
Okay. Alright, you blast the stone underneath the skeleton's foot as it jumps out of the way, and a bunch of rubble and dust blast you into your eyes, and you're going to be blind for next round as you clear out the dust from your eyes, unless you want to shoot blindly. Alright, so the skeleton in front of you, he's going to swing at you, and that's going to hit. As you take 2 points of damage. Piotr Eltsov, you drop to the ground, and you feel your life fading. Alright, the other skeleton, he pulls himself up and lunges himself at Ghost. And he misses. Ghost, it is your turn. Wow. Man, being so lenient on these guys too. Whew. It is a pretty hard encounter. What are you going to do, Ghost? Alright, Ghost disengages and runs up the stairs. You hear the cackling and the bone creaking following behind you as you interrupt back into the light and run for your very life back to town. Wow, that didn't go so well.
Yeah, I should have never tried to help Bill.
Alright, so at this point, I guess we need to figure out what we're going to do. Do you guys want to roll up new characters, or try something different? Or say screw it?
I'm game for anything.
What about you, Wayne and Truman?
Just thinking now. Go on, I'll give it a go. Oh.
Alright, so you want to roll up new characters then?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Can you import my other two?
I can try. I think I can. Okay, Magath is there. Wayne, if you want, I could also see if I have any other characters, maybe, unless you want to make up another one.
Well, I'll quickly bumble through this.
Okay.
Bring Magath up.
What you'll need to... Okay, there you go.
I got him.
And
I
then-
figured it out.
Okay, and then you'll need to right-click on Piotr Eltsov and release him. Since he is dead, he is now maggot food.
He done pretty damn good.
Yeah, he hung in there a very long time.
Well, I didn't think my character could get any worse. But I just rolled 17, 9, 12, 8, 8, 8.
Wow. Dang. So I guess the next question is, did you want to play the same adventure or something different?
I'd like to try to finish that one. If I get my ass kicked, I'd like to go back at it.
Okay. Everyone else okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And since you survived by fleeing like a little widget, I'll give you some XP, Mr. Ghost. I'll award you 50 XP. Hey, little doggy. Yes, that's fine, Mr. Truman. So once you hit level 2, you can do that. But you're not level 2 yet.
He's going to roll a cleric.
Oh, okay.
You figured a healer would do us good this time, huh?
Well, I don't know. In all fairness, he'd be the worst healer ever.
Well, I got the fighter class this time. I am a spawn of hell. Vega.
Hey, baby Choco. Who's you?
We got Tromo.
Tromo is going to stomp you. Aha.
I'll send him to the pit. Down to my uncle in the third level of hell.
How do I add spells?
Just drag them onto the actions tab of your character sheet from the library. Are you taking the package inventory, or are you going to buy your stuff, Wayne?
I'll take the package inventory.
Alright, I'll try and throw them in there for you then.
The reason I didn't want to do that chaos move on Wayne last game was he'd probably turn out to be an enemy, and I'd had one in the front and one in the back.
Yep. Could have happened. Okay, Wayne, are you going to go with a mace or a warhammer?
I think mace.
Okay,
Ready, Key.
alrighty. Okay, next choice. You want scale mail, leather armor, or chainmail?
With the mace, he likes to get up close and personal.
Mm-hmm. You want chainmail? Wayne?
Yes, sorry. Yes,
Okay, no problem. Let's see, chainmail. Okay, next choice, crossbow or any simple weapon?
pick another simple weapon, I think.
All right.
Maybe, you take throwing hammers or something like that?
Light hammer, okay. Okay, and then the last choice, priest pack or explorer's pack?
Oh, I'll take the priest pack.
Okay.
This sounds like going to fast food. What would you like to drink with this?
Yeah. Well, the way we just went through the last character, it is a bit like a drive-through, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, you guys have been through the cleaners. Alright, and I think I'm going to go ahead and give each of you a potion of healing. You might need it at the looks of it.
I wish you'd done it first.
This adventure almost feels like a funnel. Throw the characters at it, and if you throw enough, someone will survive, and then if they survive, then start building them out some more. See, what is Cure Wounds? Is that a D8? Can't even remember anymore.
Eight plus your spell casting.
Alright. Okay, that one's in there.
The cantrips just spells you can just choose to cast. You don't have to have them in your.
Cantrips are basically kind of at will. They're available
Yeah.
to every time you have a turn. While you're working on that, if everyone wants to take a break while you're doing that, say about 5 minutes. Get something to drink here.
I'll be back in a few.
Okay, I'm back.
Back.
Welcome back. Alright, so how are we doing there, Wayne?
I think we're nearly done.
Cool.
Far off.
Lawful chaotic. Oh God. Me and Wayne definitely not gonna get along together. I guess we'll be able to play out neutral, so neutral evil. So I guess I can tolerate it a little bit.
Yeah.
What's bad is when you have a group with a lawful good and a lawful evil.
Even worse, lawful good, chaotic evil. Looks like you need a few more spells there, Wayne.
Yeah.
Yeah, it shows you should have 3 cantrips that you know. So you get a chance to pick a couple more of those up.
And that's what I was saying. You know the cantrip, so you don't just get to choose which one you want to cast. You still gotta have them picked.
Yeah, on the cantrips, yeah, you as a cleric you only know 3 at the beginning. Whereas like your level 1s, you know them all, but you only have 2 spell slots available. So a little different.
Okay, I think I got him maybe.
Okay. That'll work. Let's see here. 6, 2. Alright, let me just double check again. Alright, looks like we're good to go if you want.
Hi.
Yep.
Alright, so Ghost heads back into town to try to retrieve help. And after an hour of trying to spell out and moan and sign language to the captain, he finally understands that you're asking for help as you lost some of your comrades. And he appoints Tromo, a human cleric, and Magath, a tiefling fighter, to accompany you this time. And he says this time, make sure you find wherever that private went. And he gives you each a potion of healing. You follow Ghost back to the ruins and enter down into the chamber down below, which is dark yet again.
But I have dark vision.
Dark vision. Yes, you have it, but you still need a light source in order to see. You can see further in the dark, but it's not ultravision.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll lead the way down.
So you're going down into the darkness with no light?
I don't have a torch.
Really? That sucks. Okay. I need for you to make an acrobatics check at disadvantage, Mr. Magath. So you'll have to hit the DIS button and then roll acrobatics, please.
So I have to hit dexterity? Is that what?
No. In the bottom left-hand corner, where the advantage, disadvantage buttons are, you need to hit the one that says DIS. It'll turn red. And
Yep.
then once you have that, then you go under skills. And you're going to be using the acrobatics skill. So just drag and drop that into the dice tower.
I did. Did that work?
Nope, didn't make it. Try again. There we go. Okay, so you proceed down into the darkness down below as Ghost begins lighting his lantern. You get down a few steps and your foot lands on something round and you fall on your butt and slide down the stairs along with a bunch of ball bearings. After which, Ghost finally gets the lantern lit and light illuminates from up above.
Only you told us about that, Ghost.
I always try to make a graceful entrance.
So, once again, you find yourselves down in the chamber, and you see some blood smears on the floor, as it looks like something has been dragged into the pool.
I bet it smells like dwarf. I mean, elf. Okay, I'll make my move here. Go down here and take a look.
Alright. So you go down the stairs there, and you see two lengthy blood smears and some blood pools on the floor near you. The blood smears head towards the pool there near you. You also see a blue light illuminating coming from the pool there.
Alright. I'll take a look into the pool. I won't get in it though.
Alright, you look into the pool and see that it's littered with lots of bones, and you see looks like a piece of wood kind of floating in the pool that's pitted pretty badly. You see bits of clothing floating in the pool as well.
Alright, so I'll move down, keep on looking.
Alright, in the center of the pool, you do see what appears to be an ever-burning torch that is letting off light within the pool.
Well, let's give it, I want a closer inspection of that light, but I want to stay out of the pool.
So what are you doing?
I want a closer inspection of that light source, but I don't want to get in there.
Looks like an ever-burning torch, one that never goes out. And it's in the center of the pool. The pool looks like it's about 20 feet deep.
So, could I grab the torch?
Yeah, you can go in and grab it if you want.
No. Something tells me that this isn't safe to go in there.
gonna do?
I'm gonna go on inspect the area. Keep on.
Alright, and what's Tromo and the Ghost doing?
Have we had any description of what's going on here from Ghost? Has he, he's mute, but has he written it down? Has he, parted what's actually happened?
Yeah, he wants to know where the skeletons went.
It doesn't look like he has told you or described what's happened.
He said he's put up his weapons.
Yep.
Gonna pick up his lantern.
Alright, so he picks up his weapons and his lantern. But you see, he's still way up at the landing there. Figures. Thieves can't. No one can understand thieves can't, but you. Hilarious.
So, is that all he's gonna do? Come here, little man.
Oh, Ghost would never find that bloke otherwise.
I'd keep moving forward.
Okay.
Alright, this little waterway in front of me. How wide is it?
It's only about a foot wide. And the channel leads up to the statue at the far end of the room. Looks like the water's pouring out of the statue's eyes. Alright, you see Ghost over there. He's inspecting the statues. Ghost, you check out the statues and don't find anything out of the ordinary. You do remember from the last time that the skeletons came out from behind them. And you look back behind them, but they're not there.
This statue off?
What about the wall?
What's the statue we're facing, this gold statue, what's it of?
It looks like a hold on, let me pull it up. Give you the right description of it. It's a gigantic statue of a prince who appears to be crying out in pain. Water, tears from its eyes.
Yeah, I'll move up and inspect it.
Okay. All right, Truman. All right, Magath, you inspect the statue, which appears to be an ordinary statue of a crying prince with liquid streaming out of its eyes as if it's crying. You can go ahead and also give me a perception check, though.
Okay. Excuse me, I just got to move windows around here so I can get to it.
Alright. Alright, you feel around and kind of slide your hand around the back side of the statue and you hear a clicking sound and the statue swivels from the left a little bit and opens up to reveal, looks like a doorway with a keyhole in it.
If we can get the thief up here to look at that lock.
I think you may need some prodding. Go on, Ghost. The luck of Timora's with you now. What can go wrong?
Alright. You're gonna take a peek. At the statue, I'm assuming? Okay, at the keyhole. It appears that, yes, there is a keyhole. The secret door there does appear to be locked. Doesn't look like it's trapped.
Ghost, let me Timora's blessing to help with that lock. I'll cast guidance on him.
Okay. That gives them what advantage on a ability check?
Gives him an extra D4 when he rolls an ability check.
Okay, gotcha. Go ahead and do a dexterity check, and also roll a d4 as well to add to your score. So a total of 20. Alright, so you slide your pick in there, give it a twist, and you hear a clicking sound as the door opens.
When we look through the doorway, what we see?
Hold on, I'm pulling up the map there to give you a description on that one. Come on. I honestly didn't expect you to go through that door already, so I wasn't prepared for that one yet. So give me just a minute. Come on.
What do you expect to fool around with? The acid pit?
Yes.
Well, I mean, if we stop the fluid running from the eyes of the statue, obviously the acid must be draining out somewhere. Otherwise, it would have flooded the entire area, wouldn't it? So, eventually, I suppose the acid would have drained off.
That's the reason you're a cleric.
And if my cleric was clever enough, he'd have thought of that.
Well, since we turned the statue, did the fluid stop from the eyes?
Yes, actually it has. Okay. As you open the door, the stone doorway grinds open in a cloud of dust. The chamber beyond is ancient. Sheets of cobwebs hang from the ceiling and dust covers the floor. Manacles hang from the walls, and a table nearby is covered in gruesome torture tools, covered in dust. Looking down the passageway to the north, you see some stairs that ascend to a raised part of the room. Also in the room, you see a pair of iron maidens that flank the stairs, so old that it is difficult to tell where the ancient blood stains and the rust begins.
Okay. Question before we go entering the room: has the water level in the trough dropped?
In the trough, it has.
So, am I to assume that it is dry of any fluids running into it and down it?
In the trough, it is. There's still liquid inside the big pool in the room back there, though.
Well, that could have been the acid coming out of the big statue that was tainting. That could be regular water right now. Well, Ghost, won't you test that out?
So you're gonna have him go into the pool of water and get that ever-burning torch?
Yeah. You know you want to.
I assume this passageway is quite dusty.
The one you open?
Yeah, the one we just opened. Is there any footprints or anything in it?
You don't see any footprints. It appears that Ghost must not be listening to you, Magath.
I think he was AFK briefly.
Well, Tromo, I'll go back and give it a try if you've got your healing abilities ready.
The acid's draining away. See how long it's. If it's going to empty out, there's no point going in there if you're going to get hurt, is there?
Pain does not really bother me. I've been beat by the best of them.
Alright, so you're going to go in, Magath?
Yep. I moved back to it, yep.
Alright, and you're going in to get that torch?
Yep.
Alright, so you dive in. The water is clearly not as deep now. It's only about 12 feet deep at this point. But you jump in, swim down, grab it. While you're down there, I need you to make a perception check, please.
Oh, you do?
Yes, please. Most excellent. So you grab the rod, which is the ever-burning torch, and right as you're getting ready to come back up, you notice there is a small key down there, and also a bone scroll tube. Would you like to grab those as well?
Yep.
Okay. And you come back up. You do have a mild burning sensation. You did take 1 point of damage, as acid isn't completely dilute yet, but clearly not as strong as it was earlier. Okay, so now you have a key, an ever-burning torch, and a bone scroll tube.
I'd want to examine the scroll.
Alright. So you're going to pop it open and look in there?
Yep.
Alright, you pop it open, you look in there, you find a couple of scrolls, and also a loose scrap of paper.
Okay, I'll examine the scroll first.
Okay. Looks like both of the scrolls are divine in nature, so you're unable to make too much of what kind of spells they are.
Alright, examine the piece of paper.
Alright, it's in a script that you're unfamiliar of.
Okay, I'm going to have the cleric take a look at them.
Okay. And what
So
is
what
the
are we
cleric?
what are we looking at?
Alright, so he hands you over 2 spell scrolls and a scrap of paper with some writing. Let me look at your languages. Okay, real quick, you have common and then you get 1 choice, so go ahead and figure out what other language you want real quick. Oh, wait a minute. Common, Elven, and a choice. Okay.
Yeah, I get another one.
So, what is your choice language?
Draconic.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and allow you to make a religion check, though, as well. So go ahead and give me a religion skill check. Excellent. Alright, you're having a hard time deciphering it, but after spending a few minutes, you're able to make out that the scrap piece of paper reads red, black, white, white, red. And that's all it says.
I was red, black, white, red.
Yep.
5 words? Yeah. What are the other 2 scrolls?
The other 2 scrolls are, you can tell they're divine in nature, but you're not exactly sure what spells they are yet.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not going to tell nobody I found a key.
Okay.
But they do know. They play like they do. Alright, this other room. Let's go back to it.
The new one that you opened up?
Yep.
Alright.
I'll carry that torch if you don't, you're going to need your hands free.
What about it, Wayne?
I said I'll carry the torch if
Oh, okay.
Agoth needs hands free.
Okay, so now you have that and the lantern for light. Cool.
Alright, we shine the torch into the room, light it up a little bit more. Do we see anything different than what we've seen before?
No, nothing else looks any different.
Okay, I'll enter the room.
Alright. So you see a door across the way there. See some stairs leading up. Also, it's flanked by a pair of Iron Maidens. And you see some tables with a bunch of gruesome torture
User in
tools
your channel
covered
timed
in
out.
dust up above. Oh damn, and we lost Mr. Truman.
Yep, lost Truman.
Ain't much of a loss. Peep ain't been doing much anyway.
Yeah.
Alright, Troma, I think I'll step up and invest these these Iron Maidens.
Okay, I'm going to take a look at this. I'm going to take a look at the table at the end.
Okay.
I was just at the door. So
Alright. Let's see here. Alright. Give me a perception check, Magath, for the Iron Maidens. Man, awesome. Alright, you examine the Iron Maidens, And you notice, as you look around the inside, you see a device that has channels that allow the blood to drain out of the back of that the Iron Maiden, apparently into the wall back behind there.
How large are these channels? They're just what? Not to let the blood run through?
Yeah. Okay, and then Tromo was investigating that big table at the end of the room there. You take a look, and you do notice there is a wicked-looking looks like a flail with a wooden handle and a number of short spiked chains attached to it.
That looks gruesome.